Investors Clinic has pioneered direct marketing of real estate inventories, and they are forced to reckon with. And today we have Mr. Sunny Katyal, who's the director of Investors Clinic, with us. Thank you, Sunny, for joining us for the Let's Talk Business series.
Thank you so much. It's all my pleasure. Thank you.
So could you tell us, how the journey has been for the last 14 years for you, and what are the transformations that you have seen from where you started till now?
So the journey is very amazing. It's like a roller coaster ride because it's like 13 years now. And from the time we started, and every year there was some situation. But by the grace of God, we have grown in those tough times also. From 2006-07 real estate unhealthy project to 2008-09 recession to 2011-12 uncertainty because of the land acquisition. So there are a lot more things happened in between: GST, RERA, demonetization, and the recent Corona thing.
Yeah.
But, as Investors Clinic, we are always market leaders, and we always try to evolve in all the tough times. Whatever we see, and we see, okay, it's a new, it's like a video game. एक नया आपको एक और level up हुआ है. Okay, let's play it. But it was not at all easy. But we loved it.
Well, I wanted to know, Sunny, the way the company has grown. Could you tell us the challenges that any company in your space would have seen with respect of, the talent or scaling up the business? So what were the particular challenges that you guys went through?
So the first challenge was that from a small town, when you get into the business, that too in a big city like Delhi, you face a lot of challenges from the financial challenges because you don't have money to build up the business. This industry itself, a challenge industry where there was nothing which was organized. So we faced a lot of challenges. As a newcomer, you go to a developer, they say, who are you, man? Okay, we will see, we will meet. In terms of acquiring a manpower, nobody knows you. Nobody loves to work with you. So we faced all those challenges, but by the grace of God, हमें हर चीज का हम पे सवाल का जवाब था, आंसर था. And yes, हमने सिर्फ यही था कि अपने पास एक हुनर, मेहनत थी, जिससे we completely जो हमारे आज gaps थे या weaknesses थी, उसको हम लोगों ने overcome किया. Because we started from a scratch, जहाँ पर लोग 12 बजे ऑफिस आते थे, we were there ready, with our complete shoes on. So 6:30, 7 o'clock, phone बजता था, हम 10 बजे से पहले site visits करा देते. That was the passion we brought into the business. Nobody, किसी को बोलते थे सर मैं सुबह 7 बजे आपको visit करने आता हूँ. So they were like, are you crazy? ये कब से होने लगा? So we created that kind of a market. We worked till 9 o'clock. We started hiring professionals rather than all those chain wala people with white shoes and white shirt, and so there was a different corporatization of real estate which we did, and faced a lot of challenges initially, but thankfully cheezein ho gayi.
That's good to know. So going forward, do you see any particular technology helping you to solve such challenges and you might have faced like 5 years ago? Why I'm asking this, because now technology has become a main pivotal for everyone growth story. So do you feel अगर technology पहले होती 5 साल पहले आपको काफी बेहतर business मिल सकता है, या the growth would have been much better?
So I think we have grown because of technology only. So it is not like 5 years, but we are doing things from last 10 years also. Like, we got 2,000 people sales organization. At a time, we do at least 50 to 100 projects जिसके हम marketing plan करते हैं. So we generate 40 to 50,000 leads. We market almost 2 to 3 crore is the marketing budget. So जब हमारे ये सब जाता है, कौन सा phone किसको जाना है, क्या बात कर रहा है, उसका follow up क्या हुआ, customer, what the customer is saying, where the lead is, in which funnel. So everything is there with us. It's not today or 5 years, it is there from last years. But yes, Corona जो अभी आया, मुझे ऐसा लगता है हिंदुस्तान को वो digitally equipped होने के लिए आया था, because people, those who were not using it, they were not comfortable. Now this helped us to use those tools. But because वो tool थे लेकिन 100% लोग use नहीं कर रहे थे, and it helped us to evolve भी करने में help करा market में. जैसे बहुत सारे customer कहते थे, okay, we'll come for a site visit. Now they are also saying, okay, we'll do a video call. You show us around. What all views are there? What all things they can. So there are a lot of decisions which is happening over a video call also, over a Zoom call or a Skype or something. So market is also evolving. So real जो 10 साल का learning था, वो आज हमारे को use हो रहा है. But yes, as investors, like if we have grown because of technology.
So while you want to scale up your business in the format you guys are in, where a lot of things are human-centric, right? But the technology can solve a lot of hurdles. What do you think the future would look like going forward from here?
So future in terms of, look, creating a lead obviously is the main thing for this business, and reaching out to the potential customers. So it is happening through a technology. Yeah. Helping them to understand the product. It is helping, it is through a technology where you have, virtual tours, you have walkthroughs, you have video calls, and multiple other tools through that we are, helping our customer to take that decision pretty easily and, bit fast. Third, most importantly, abhi humne recently, there are multiple initiatives which we have done, like Mission Azadi and all those things. So we are doing through a technology only now. For example, a customer puts in their property details. So the technology tells them, okay, this is the property, suitable property for you. So there are a lot of things which we are doing. And yes, we are trying to evolve something which is very different and very different with the, competition. जो मेरे से competition है जिन लोगों का, जो हमारे साथ जिस type का वो product बना रहे हैं, so हमारा कुछ अलग हम कर रहे हैं. Specifically around Mission Azadi. Because we want to give a comfort to my customer. It's like car thing. कि आप पे पुरानी गाड़ी है, नई गाड़ी ले लो, आप चाहो सर, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. एंड आप है ना मेरे एक टूल पे ही डाल दो आपकी गाड़ी कैसा दिखती है, कितने साल पुरानी है, क्या मॉडल है, कितने स्क्रैचेस है, कितना एक्सीडेंट हुआ, एंड आई विल गेट यू अ प्राइस ऑफ योर प्रॉपर्टी. So we are building such kind of a product which will be there in the market pretty soon.
But do you think in future these things like the technology will play a more important role and it will replace that human-centric which the salespeople used to do in real estate, right? Because
Impossible,
you think?
Yes. So feet on street will remain, there in the business. People are not buying phone, they can put up a lead. They can get all the informations over a net. They can do whatever they want to. They can decide out of 5 options, okay, these are my top 5, but they will visit for sure. It's like wearing a shadi ka sherwani. You will not do a, online shopping. You will go and shop. It is that important.
Right.
So you will not hear, people bought their shadi ka sherwani or a lehenga, on site जाकर. I hope you understand what I mean.
Yeah.
So it is exactly important for an investor or a customer, end user हो या investor हो, वो जाएगा, shortlist कर लेगा, लेकिन 3 से 5 property खुद physically look and feel करने के बाद वो property buy करेगा. So companies like us, those who are not maybe that tech, a valuation kind of a thing, but our strength will always remain the same, that feet or street is very important. जो मैं करता हूँ वो आसान नहीं है सबके लिए करना, but जो दुनिया कर रही है वो हम लोग कर रहे हैं, और अगले 1 से 2 साल के अंदर you will see a great transformation in investors today.
Right. So during this lockdown period, what kind of trends did you notice, and did you feel that people were still like, अभी हमने देख लिया video call में, but later we would like to visit, or there was immediate, transaction happening over a video call? Was that the trend you noticed?
So if you'll notice, and it's not only with Investors Clinic or with us, it is with everyone. It is with, all the big developers also, those who have sold in Corona period. So what was the deal which we were offering to our customer in the complete world, doing the same thing which we started? Actually, they started, so we are market leaders and most of the people copy us, whatever we do, they try to do the same thing in a week or so. So that's the market trend. So the pitch was there that, okay, this is the great payment plan or a rate. So कोई भी नया हम लेके आए, कहीं रेट का प्ले था तो कहीं पेमेंट प्लान का, जहां पर रेट ज्यादा नीचे नहीं जा सकता था. You just pay a lump sum amount. Some developer was saying 11,000, 21,000, 51, 1 lakh or 5 lakh or whatever amount. And your unit is booked. After the lockdown, you go and check your banks, your financials, come and visit us. If you like it, you go ahead. Otherwise, take your money back. So we were like holding on to the deal rather than closing it. So वो end-to-end closure नहीं था. That specifically says companies like us, investors clinic, technology will add up great value, but end of the day, people go and visit and take a feel of it.
For sure. So
Yeah.
tell me, when you were mentioning about competitors, I wanted to ask, Investor Clinic has been there for a pretty long time. But recently, a lot of international corporate companies have also entered into this domain. So what is the USP Investor Clinic provide in terms of to stand apart from these competitors?
So why there is no comparison? Because the objectives are different. My objective of running this business is to keep this business for my family and for my generations, is not to go out of the business.
Right.
But they're different businesses. They are built to knock off, to sell it off to the market and go out of the business. So there is a huge difference between my kind of involvement, or it is not commercial. This is my bread and butter. This is my life. We were so concerned about it. We sold this equity to someone, and we bought it back by paying 30 crores to that company. It is really impossible, and you hardly see such stupid people like us. So why? Because we are very emotional about the organization, and we are the most profitable organization in the country. This business is very different from any other businesses like Zomato, Swiggy, Ola, Uber, and some Make My Trip, or Trivago type of a company, जहाँ पर आपको एक कस्टमर की आदत हो जाती है आपके प्लेटफॉर्म पे आने की और वहां से ही चीजें शॉप करने की. उसमें और हमारे बिजनेसेस में क्या फर्क है? You go out of the market in 3 months. You go out of the market in 3 months, people will forget you forever. We are not Swiggy's, we are not Zomato's. So we are in a business where we make profits. We don't burn money casually. So that's the thing which Investors Clinic is famous for, and the most profitable organization in the country. Where yes, that's important.
So tell me now, what I've seen is recent organization in real estate, be even direct marketing organization. People have started hiring talents from IIMs and other institutes like this, where we never saw such talents coming into, especially when it came to real estate. So what do you think, what has led to certain change of this kind, and why real estate is lucrative for these talents which are not before? And at your firm, do you see this transformation with regards to skill set? And can you talk about the change that you're witnessing in this particular domain of hiring such talent?
So I will start from a time around 13, 14 years back when I started this business. So उस टाइम पे अगर कोई बोलता था मैं प्रॉपर्टी का काम करता हूँ तो उसकी शादी टूट जाती थी. So उसका शादी नहीं होता था. So they try to hide things, okay? क्योंकि so when we started, it was like कि जो कुछ नहीं करता वो प्रॉपर्टी का काम करता है. It was that nasty a job or a business where people doesn't like to be in real estate. And I'll take that credit. I means as Investors Clinic, we will take this credit that we changed the face of real estate. That yes, if you're doing a real estate and you are a young guy, passed out from big universities, you paid lakhs and crores of rupees, and even after the international studies, if you're doing real estate, this is not a disgusting job to do. I think that's the credit which we as a company will take, because the future says it's the best business. You transact in crores, in lakhs, and the business says आप जो बेचोगे उसका एक कुछ टका मिलेगा. जितने का प्रॉपर्टी होता है वो साइकिल से ज्यादा ही महंगा होता है, या एक बाइक से या कार से. So it is a good business. It was very unorganized. There were wrong people, or maybe not exactly wrong people, but there are different set of people, those who are doing it.
Right.
So we started hiring MBAs 13, 14 years back. And it was a great thing that एक अच्छी language में कोई आपको कोई property के बारे में call करके बता रहा है, और बहुत सूदिंग पर्सनालिटी है जो आपको पिक करता है और आपको लेके जाता है, जिसमें आपको किडनैप होने का डर नहीं लगता. So we started this, and now it is not a small job, it is not a small business, because companies like, I don't want to name, but there are top 10, 20 companies in and around, like like Mission Azadi पे हमारे साथ top 5 developers जो आए, like M3M, Bhutani, Supertech, Mixon, and lot more, Lodha, Hiranandani. जो मतलब और बड़े डेवलपर्स हैं, so इनके टर्नओवर्स इतने हैं, they need smart people on the job.
Right.
No, so they should know what is fund flow, what is business planning, what is the cost of funding projects, and yes, it is helping us and to make this industry, into unorganized to organized system, because अभी बहुत चीजें बेहतर होनी है.
Right.
And people, those who are listening, I think this is the best career you can get into, because people like me who started with zero, funding and zero knowledge, so it is the best for those, and especially for the backbenchers like me.
So could you tell me the three major cases that you feel, that Sunny Katyal feels, that Believe is very proud of? The recent any case studies that you want to talk about? Only three, if you could name some.
So recent case studies in the sense,
in terms of your big business transaction, in terms of client onboarding or direct marketing mandate which you have, onboarded.
So the biggest one is the biggest thing is Mission Azadi, which we recently did.
Yeah.
So it's going amazing, crazy in the market. That जिसमें हम क्या बोलते हैं, अच्छा अगेन कोरोना के अंदर बहुत सारे लोग सोच के बैठे हैं बिजनेस डाउन है, रियल एस्टेट डाउन है, ट्रैवल डाउन है, एयरलाइंस डाउन है, लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स व्हिच इज नॉट हैपनिंग बिकॉज ऑफ ऑब्वियस रीजंस. नाउ वी वर थिंकिंग दैट व्हाट वी कैन डू और एड अप दी तड़का जिससे मेरा कस्टमर को एक बेनिफिट हो और वो मार्केट में निकल के आए हमारे लिए और हमसे प्रॉपर्टी बाय करें. सो वी थॉट ओके क्या करना है. तो हमने ये देखा कि 10 लाख से लाखों लोग हैं ऐसे जो कस्टमर आज परेशान है, स्टक्ड हैं किसी ना किसी प्रॉपर्टी में, या नाखुश हैं अगर वो प्रॉपर्टी बन भी गई है एंड दे वांट टू अपग्रेड, चेंज और चेंज द सिटी, लोकेशन, व्हाटएवर. सो वी केम आउट विद द आइडिया मिशन आजादी, जहां आपकी पुरानी प्रॉपर्टी, अ गुड प्रॉपर्टी, अ मॉडरेट प्रॉपर्टी और अनहेल्दी प्रॉपर्टी जो बनी नहीं रही, बिल्डर भाग के आए, behind bars, you don't worry. मेरे पास इन 5 डेवलपर्स जिनका नाम मैं बताया, भूटानी, एमथेरियम, सुपरटेक, मिक्सन, होम एंड सोल, इनके 20 प्रोजेक्ट्स हम लोगों ने पिक किए और हमने कहा आप जिस भी प्रोजेक्ट में पहले थे, you can replace your property to a new project which is healthy, because 80-90% of those projects they are ready to move in, bankable, CC, bank approved, everything is good with them. You choose anyone and you shift. So this is the biggest
property basically.
Yes. So this is the, okay, I would say the number one by far initiatives by Investors Link. And yes, there are a couple of them, like we created multiple payment plans from 1090 to 595 to 1585. There are multiple payment plan. So मतलब ये तो सभी लोगों ने किया, हम ही को ही देखकर, because we were the market leaders जिन्होंने 7वें दिन after Corona we understood the problem that we have to live with it. It is not going overnight. So we came out with multiple ideas and we started after 7 days only. 2nd, 3rd April से हमने काम करना शुरू कर दिया था on Corona based projects जहाँ पर हम rates और special schemes लेके आए थे. But yes, I would say out of 3, by far the best contribution to the society from Investors Clinic is Mission Azadi.
So Mission Azadi sounds quite interesting. So how has the consumer responded to it so far?
You won't believe the response. And from a 1 lakh customer to a 20 crore customer, those who are not happy with their property, those who have invested maybe 1 lakh rupee 5 years back and that builder is gone, but they're still concerned. So I'm saying, okay, it's like रियल एस्टेट में पहली बार हुआ, आपको गाड़ी में या फोन में बहुत बात होता था, जैसे Amazon आया उसने कहा ओके iPhone 10, 11 or whatever number is going right now, so they say okay you give your whatever phone you have, maybe वो Nokia वाला, anything, I'll get you a 10,000 rupee discount on whatever price you buy. So exactly what we did is, हमारा जितना भी क्लाइंट था, आपने अगर मान लीजिए 7 साल 10 साल पहले 5 लाख कहीं दिया था, builder is not doing great, and you want to buy a property now, it's like 5, 7, 10 years happened and now you have grown your ITR, your salary or business or whatever you're doing. अब आपने जो नई प्रॉपर्टी ले रहे हैं, मैंने कहा इन 20 में से आप ले लेंगे तो आपका पुराना 5-10 लाख रुपए जो आपने दिया था ना, जो अनहेल्दी पड़ा है, वो भी चल जाएगा. आप तो कहोगे ये तो बहुत ही बढ़िया बात है, क्योंकि वो तो मेरा यूज भी नहीं हो रहा था। और सेकंड ऑप्शन, आपकी ऐसी कोई प्रॉपर्टी थी जो आज मूव नहीं हो रही, जिसकी मार्केट ज्यादा गिर गई। एज्यूमिंगली किसी ने दिल्ली में एक प्रॉपर्टी ली थी जो अब 3 करोड़ की थी, बट अब 4-6 महीने साल भर से वो 2.5 करोड़ की रह गई है। सो मतलब, और अब वो बिक भी नहीं रही है 2.5-3 करोड़ की भी। आपको बेचने की टेंशन नहीं लेनी, और आपको बिजनेस के लिए एक बहुत बड़ा ऑफिस खोलना था, क्योंकि आपके बिजनेस की रिक्वायरमेंट है वो, और आपका रेंट आपको बहुत परेशान कर रहा है, मैं उसे भी स्वैप कर दूंगा। सो दिस इज अ ब्यूटीफुल ऑप्शन टू अपग्रेड, टू एक्सचेंज, टू स्वैप, टू बाय व्हाटएवर यू हैव, आप उसे दो और नया सामान लेके चले जाओ।
So it's not just limited to the residential one, it can be also the commercial property.
Anything and everything, ma'am, and doesn't restrict you to any particular developer or healthy or unhealthy. चांद पे प्लॉट हो, चाइना में हो, doesn't matter, we'll get it.
That's interesting. So could you tell me more about Investor Clinic business model? We have discussed the journey and everything. So I wanted to know what are the services that you operate and how does a developer approach you? If you can give us a little bit peek into your business model for our viewers to understand and the scale you guys operate at.
So we are a marketplace. That's one statement, and it completes the story. When you say a marketplace, that tells that, for example, you want to shop for your household stuff, your food, your anything. तो आप एक बिग बाजार या कहीं एक डिपार्टमेंटल स्टोर जाते हैं, and you buys everything from that space.
Yeah.
You have best deals, टूथपेस्ट लो, ब्रश फ्री मिलेगा, एक साबुन के साथ दूसरा साबुन फ्री। तो जो एक लेमैन को रिक्वायर्ड होता है ना, वो हम लोगों के पास डील्स ऑलरेडी बना कर रखते हैं एज अ मार्केट प्लेस। सो मार्केट प्लेस का एक और बेनिफिट होता है, आपको एक राइट प्राइस पे मिलता है, सारी चीजें एक ही जगह मिल जाती है। सो इन्वेस्टर्स क्लिनिक आपकी रियल एस्टेट के अराउंड जो भी रिक्वायरमेंट होता है, तो वी टेक केयर ऑफ यू इन टर्म्स ऑफ आपने लीड हमारे पास आया, वी पिक देम अप। सो मैं एक पर्टिकुलर, फॉर एग्जांपल, अगर मैं एक फोन का डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर हूं और वीवो बेच रहा हूं, तो मैं दुनिया की सारे फोन की बुराई करके मैं वीवो बेचने पे लगूंगा। सो वी कॉल इट मिस सेलिंग। यू नो व्हाई? बिकॉज आप एक जोक भी था, एक किसी को बोला कि जंगल में जाओ और शेर पकड़ के लाओ, तो एक शिकारी एक भालू को पकड़ के लेके आ गया, उसे बांध दिया और बोल तू शेर है, बोल तू शेर है करने लगा। सो वी कॉल इट मिस सेलिंग। हमारे बिजनेस में बोला जाता है आप अपने कस्टमर की जरूरत समझो एंड गिव देम एग्जैक्टली द प्रोडक्ट व्हिच दे वांट, बिकॉज़ दिस इज लाइक अ लाइफ साइकिल, यू नो, वन टाइम काइंड ऑफ इन्वेस्टमेंट इन एन डिकेड। तो हमारे पास मल्टीपल प्रोडक्ट होते हैं। हमारा ऑफिस से बंदा जाकर विजिट कराता है, उन्हें 4 से 5 मिनिमम ऑप्शंस दिखाना मैंडेटरी होता है। They do the complete financial part, their cost sheet, everything, and obviously, if the further thing is registry, rental, leasing, so everything and anything about real estate.
Okay, so
yeah.
I wanted to ask, now there's become a new trend as such in every other agencies or companies to take complete direct marketing mandate from a developer, so that from the brand building perspective to the sales, from the lead generation, everything comes in the one big umbrella to that particular agency or that company. So how Investor Clinic is going about this when it comes to direct marketing mandate, and in what sector are you functioning, be residential or commercial or on both?
So we are doing it, why I'm smiling is people started doing it today, we are doing it from last 13 years, you know. We are champions in it. So we pick complete projects. We don't, go individual selling. Okay, developer एक project बेच रहा है, उसका ये rate है, ये price list है, ये sizes है, जाओ बेचो. No. So we go, we redesign the product. This is our style of working. So 99.99% projects which we did till today, they're specially designed by investors today. So it is not a success of one developer and हम उसके साथ जाकर लग गए हो and that is the reason it is happening. No, कोई हमारा हमेशा होता था कि repackaging of a product. So we do marketing planning, strategy planning, pricing planning, layout planning, everything. कहाँ online होना है, कहाँ offline होना है. So we do the packaging, complete. In certain cases, we manage the CRM also of the developer, where we helped in recovery, in documentation, agreements, and signing of those agreement, banking. So we do end by background also. We own 2 companies. One is Investors Clinic, and the other one is Home and Soul Construction Company. So where we have that kind of experience, where we manage the complete system also.
So you manage in residential as well commercial.
Oh yes, both.
So what kind of I've heard is the con is for the marketing mandate is that you have to guarantee a certain sales to the developer, right? You have to guarantee them the numbers. So such kind of problem do you also face, or it's like they blindly go, okay, I've given to Investor Clinic, whatever they think is the best for us, we will go about it? Or do you have a certain target given by them?
So we always have a target plan, and that helps us, and we are champions, and हमें मजा आता है target ऊपर से तोड़ने का. So that's what we always do. So जब भी किसी developer पे जाते हैं, so obviously there is always an algorithm where we discuss over a table where what is the price, what is the sale you expect, because somewhere we have to match up both. आपका प्राइस डिसाइड करता है कितना नंबर ऑफ यूनिट में बेच पाऊंगा. यू अंडरस्टैंड दैट. सो अगर मेरा लाख का फोन है, आज आपका लाख पे फोन है और आप 1-10 करके सेल करना चाह रहे हो, तो देयर इज अ नंबर ऑफ ट्रांजैक्शन व्हिच विल हैपन. अब वही 90,000 का कर दोगे तो उसका एक एक्स नंबर ऑफ ट्रांजैक्शन का टॉप अप आएगा. वी आर लकी इनफ बिटवीन 1500 to 2000 सेल्स मैन पावर हम पे होती है, जो दिन में 1 से 2 कस्टमर से मिलके मेरे पे रियल 5000 कस्टमर्स का रियल डेटा पर डे होता है. What my customer want. That gives us a algorithm and an intelligence to go and buy projects and seek products for my customer. So it is basically a homework जो मेरे पे database आता है, उसी से ही हम जाके product लेते हैं. And by the grace of God, I'm not saying that हमारा कभी गलत नहीं, चूका निशाना नहीं है, लेकिन 95% or more, we have an accuracy level where whatever we have committed as per the MOU, we did that. And that is the reason today when we go to a developer, they know the seriousness. Either we do 80, 50, 90% of the sale, minimum 33% and above of the complete project sale, or we do 0. We don't do in between. That's how we work. So when we go to a developer, they know they are serious people. They they are not ये time pass करने नहीं आ गए, ये waste नहीं करेंगे हमारे efforts. If they are there, they are serious guys. So that's the reason we govern that importance in the industry.
So tell me, Investor Clinic is pretty strong in North India. If I ask your competitors also, they know pretty well that when it comes to Investor Clinic, North India is their domain. But are you planning to expand it further when it comes to the Maharashtra market or when it comes to the South market?
Yes. So क्या होता है, so हर आदमी को काम करने का मौका देना चाहिए. So अभी हम North India के अंदर we are focused. And again, my objective of working, Investors Clinic objective of working, and objective of maybe other companies, there could be a difference. One, आपने मार्केट में बहुत सारे लोग देखे रेवेन्यू पे ध्यान देते हैं, प्रॉफिट्स पे नहीं. So we see growth in profit rather than growth in revenue. That is the biggest difference between us and them. So we see year growth in terms of the money earned, not money burned or did business or whatever. So there is a rat race where people are comparing and giving them a ranking with the money burned. Huge difference. That doesn't help you anywhere. Trust me. So yes, we were facing like liquidity issues, like whatever we have earned, we've invested back into the business. We are good with obviously the financial part in terms of assets on the balance sheet. But yes, the market was such that आपको अपनी strength पे खेलना था, ना कि experiment करना था आपका growth का करके. So we are focusing on our strength so that we can make consistent profit even this tough times also. And I'll give you an example. In the last 13 years, no month in my lifetime happened जहाँ पर मैंने 1 महीना भी loss पे business करा. That itself tells the story that we focus on profits in my strength rather than showing number to the world. मुझे अपने अंदर से संतुष्टि जरूरी है, दुनिया की ताली से मेरे को कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. So that's the mind and thought process for the organization, ma'am.
I agree to that, but as you said, numbers se fark nahi padta. I don't have to tell the world, people already know. But nowadays what I'm seeing is, especially during lockdown, people had been doing a lot of PR around how many flats they have sold, how many business they have made, how many money they have made, or how many money has been recovered or gained after selling a property for developer. So do you believe in such tactics where these things actually work in your favor, where you have to make a bit of a noise about telling people that these many units you have actually sold for this particular developer in this lockdown?
So I'll give you an example. There are two type of people. I don't know which one is right or saying right, saying wrong. But एक होता है show off करना. You know that आपके पास वो चीज नहीं करी, then also you're selling stories.
Yeah.
एक है reality. With the time वो जरूर है पता लग जाती है. But the idea is, if you are doing anything good, it is good to publish. It is good to tell the world that you are doing good. You know why? That sends a positive aura to the people. That tells, okay, you are successful people, you're smart people in the business. Okay, I'll do business with you. Because if you're a sinking ship, I'll not come and buy a property from you. Maybe you'll vanish overnight. Mm. So I say there's no harm in it. But yes, it is important. Sometimes people, put pictures on Facebook. Couples put pictures on Facebook, and in reality, they doesn't gel along. But right. Still, they're so lovely, doubly couple. So you don't live for the social world. Exactly, यहाँ पर मैं ये बोलना चाह रहा हूँ, जो है वो बताइए, और जो नहीं है उसको publicize करके business करना will not actually help. In a long run वो सब पता लग ही जाता है. तो मुझे नहीं पता कौन सच बोल रहा है, कौन झूठ बोल रहा है. But actually अगर आप सही कर रहे हैं तो सही picture डालना बहुत important है. It motivates a lot of people. That you are doing good, I can also do good. Something like that,
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
So I want to know, a lot of PropTech companies now entering into this domain, right? A lot of PropTech companies are promising the way the traditional method of real estate selling was there in the past will be replaced by the technology. And a lot of have already started into be a little bit of a mandate business, little bit of selling of, for taking a, exclusive clients on board and everything. So what kind of perspective you have when it comes to PropTech companies in India, and who are actually entering into particularly your domain as well? So how do you think this will go, in what manner? Because technology, as you said, is really important. And now a lot of young companies have come up by saying, we provide all the gamut of solutions. So what is your take on this?
As I said earlier also, शादी की शेरवानी और लहंगा you will not buy online. You will shortlist a shop maybe, but you will go and wear it. You will see how you look. You will send a picture to your fiance and say, okay, do you think this goes well with me or not? Exactly, real estate, people will choose, people will inquire, people do a lot of things on the platform. Yes, 101%. So what we're doing is, we are obviously creating certain, as Investors Click also. So we are working on some lovely models and on our platform where we can generate healthy queries through our platform only, and we are trying to build certain things on it. But as I said, it will not go overnight that people will start buying property without visiting it. I don't see at least a decade जिसमें लोग बिना देखे 1 करोड़ का 50 लाख रुपए का कोई प्रॉपर्टी बाय करें. आई एम सॉरी. Yes, technology is important, but again, to generate lead, to educate the customer before coming to the property, to help them out of hundreds of property, thousands of property, you shortlist 3. So a lot of comparative studies. मुझे 1000 फुट में 2 BHK चाहिए, express way पे चाहिए, near possession, click 5 property options available. Then you go and check the layout, किसका क्या master bedroom है, क्या क्या sizes हैं, amenities हैं. You further shortlist 3. Yeah. With the developer name and further, but you will visit those 3. So 3 तक का आने का काम, और कहाँ पर क्या size है, क्या आपको suit करता है, वहाँ तक का काम technology पे रहेगा. And yes, we are also evolving, and there are a lot of newcomers, those who are obviously ready with the platform. They are doing great. But yes, end of the day, you need feet on street to help your end customer to decide on those 3 properties.
So is Investor Clinic open to collaborate with PropTech companies who are in providing data accuracy of residential and commercial sector, even of, as you said, whole solution of real estate selling in virtual tour and drones whatsoever? So are you looking for collaboration as such with PropTech companies?
Absolutely. So if someone with a great understanding of business, same seriousness like we have till today, because we work 9 to 9 and we don't see watch. So अगर ऐसी ही thoughts के साथ there are someone who is ready to partner, we are absolutely okay. मतलब, so this is really very important. If you know someone, please recommend.
So is there any particular need gap that you see where Investor Clinic wants a collaboration to be done?
So we are a people of ideas, so best in the country where nobody can give such ideas, which obviously Mr. Sunny Katyal, the promoter of this organization, so he's amazing in ideas. So he brings such crazy ideas जहाँ पर कोई आदमी जाकर सोच भी नहीं सकता. We need people, those who can stitch those ideas into technology. And trust me, with zero money in the bank account, in 13 years, we created two lovely organizations where we did business of 3,000 crore brokerage business in Investors Clinic, and developing around 2,800 crore rupee business, construction business in Home and Soul. So we did pretty well in terms of executing our ideas.
Right.
But yes, I would say we have to improve a lot more towards the technology, and we have to catch up the pace. So anyone who is listening and wants to partner and work with us for a next generation organization, so you're most welcome.
That's great. So one more thing which I really wanted to understand from your take also, that post lockdown there has been a big debate going on what would happen to commercial real estate. And now since in Mumbai market we have seen so many leases are getting cancelled and commercial real estate is getting into a little bit crisis, or maybe not. What's your take on commercial real estate of the side of the story? Do you think that commercial real estate will move towards having more operations in co-working space? And do you think co-working spaces are the solution to this kind of situation where the scenario are, can be both positive and negative of the co-working you see? And how would you conclude on this part? I know it's a pretty long question, but...
So I love this. And because we are doing a lot of commercial projects right now, and we know exactly what is the problem and the solution of this problem. We know somewhere around what you are asking. Point number one is that yes, people, those who have already committed our LOI that okay, we will take this space, they're backing off. You know why? Because obviously market is not that comfortable. इसको मैं rephrase इस तरीके से करता हूँ कि मान लीजिए आपकी कंपनी थी जो हर साल 10, 15, 20% ग्रो करती थी, and you as an organization every year you take 15 to 20% more space to accommodate your growth. So this happens, with top companies, those who are growing year by year. As Investors Clinic also in the last 13 years, we started with a 100 square feet office. Today, we got 65,000 square feet, no more than 1 lakh square feet in multiple spaces. 65,000 square feet only in Noida, but across the country and across the world. So we got 1 lakh square feet now. So every year company grows and they take some space across the world. So that's not happening. So that means natural 20% का तो growth नहीं हुआ तो उतना तो demand आपका पीछे हो गया.
Right.
Second point, देखा ये कि problem कहाँ आएगी? People, those who are looking to open up their space, they will not have ample money to put it into the business and उस office को बनाने के लिए. Because मैंने अगर 1 लाख square feet का corporate office बना रहा हूँ अपना as a corporate, 2,000 की finishes करने जाता हूँ तो मुझे 15 से 20 करोड़ रुपए लगाना पड़ेगा और उसमें. और आज या तो वो टेनेंट लगाएगा या लैंडलॉर्ड को लगाना होगा. दोनों इसी टिप्स में रहेंगे. लैंडलॉर्ड बोलेगा मेरे साथ भी सेम सिचुएशन है, आई एम सिटिंग ऑन बिग एसेट्स, आई डोंट हैव मनी, 15-20 करोड़ इज प्रीटी बिग मैन, यू हैव टू इन्वेस्ट. द टेनेंट विल आल्सो बी सेम थिंग कि भैया मेरे पे कहां से आया, मैं अपना बिजनेस रन कर लूं, लिक्विडिटी रन कर लूं, सैलरीज दे दूं, मार्केटिंग कर लूं, दैट्स इनफ फॉर मी. Co-working is the best solution which is there in the market, where companies, those who are doing co-working, you will see a growth in next couple of months. Obviously 2, 3, 4 months is not a parameter or a criteria to watch and see or to judge, but from 2021 January onwards you will see a great upward trend towards the co-working space, because people like me want to shift from a rental to some space, and co-working, they're giving you crazy deals, in a way that if I have 1,500 salespeople, for example, I have to take only 800 or 900 sales because they're always on the move. So my cost reduces, then market goes down. I don't have to occupy 800 seats. I can go to 400 seats also. So it is always good where large corporate houses are also considering co-working spaces. पहले एक ट्रेंड था कि 2 4 10 20 लोगों की जो मैन पावर वाली कंपनीज है वही कोवर्क देखती थी. I see a pattern that 1,000 people, 1,500 manpower wali company bhi co-working spaces mein ja rahi hai. So that's the trend which is changing. Why? They don't have to invest. So that's the biggest USP. So in last 13 years, I've invested 12 crore rupee in this building only, where I'm sitting, from my pocket for the infrastructure, because मुझे शेल मिलता था जिसे हम बनाते थे.
Right.
लेकिन आज के समय पे मैं अगर एक बिजनेसमैन हूं, मुझे 12 करोड़ इस तरीके की चीज में लगाने का ही नहीं है, मैं कोवर्क पे जाऊंगा. एंड दैट्स द बेस्ट थिंग.
So you think commercial real estate will see a huge trend in co-working, and it will garner a lot of, be sales wise or be the demand wise?
100%. 100%. There's no doubt in it. And within 6 months, you will see.
That's interesting to know, because there's a mixed views on that front. But as you said, we have also noticed as a media company, a lot of huge BFMCG companies or automobile companies who had leased out a huge commercial buildings are now shifting to co-working space, because not only it helps them in terms of the lease, the lease advantage they get, but also in terms of if they has to maintain a social distancing and work from home and all. Considering all of that factor, co-working space is something which is coming in more advantage for any other company. And apart from that, all kind of amenities that has been provided.
And this business is also evolving as co-working, because they give you segregated space. You don't have to share walls with anyone. You don't have to, so you have all these services available. पहले एक shortcoming थी that, you have to sit and share space with everyone. So they segregate spaces, so that's happening.
So during the COVID situation and post-COVID, what are the tools and technology that you guys have been particularly focusing on about, or where do you see the scope of improving in your service, or particularly process where the technology guy can come in and work with you and create new solution for the problem that is already existing?
So what we are trying is that the first topmost priority in our business is that whatever lead comes in, we should track that lead. Is it going in the right direction? My customer who inquired about any query, so that is completed or not, he is happy or not. So we are trying multiple tools in terms of taking care of our customer, and because customer is the god and everything is towards the customer. So we build scheme, payment plan, price cutting, or mission azadi kind of a thing. So we are building things for the customer only. So that's the only thing which we are doing in this. And I see there are a lot of new technology which obviously I want to implement, and just want to give you a surprise. A couple of companies, like we launched the IC Plus platform. So a platform which talks about only, so there are a lot of channel partners in the market, those who doesn't have project, lead, or some inventory or some say in the market, or to the developer. So IC Plus is a marketplace where any broker, any referral partner can work with me on that platform. So that is Investors Click Plus, IC Plus. The next platform we launched is IC Sathi, where we are selling real estate through our network marketing. So that, you have seen Oriflame, there are multiple other companies in this space. But we are network marketing it through real estate sell karna is a new technique which we executed within this year. And these are the ideas which we implemented in Corona or a month or so. So why? Because I think this is a time where you have to evolve and do something different, rather than sit idle and think that दुनिया तो खत्म होने वाली है, and for that you see 2 घंटा दिन का news channel देखो, आपको खुद ही लगेगा दुनिया खत्म हो रही है. So we don't see those. Secondly, we launched a beautiful concept called IC Frex, where we will sell real estate, those commercial real estate through a different way. जो अभी हम launch करेंगे, then you will get to know about this. And the last thing is, we know that the market is going up, and co-working is a space to invest in. So we invested around 5 crores in CoCreate. It's a company who is already there in the market in a co-working space.
Yeah.
The best people in the industry. So we are targeting around 5,000 seats in 2021 ke andar. So that's the target which we are doing.
So I wanted to ask on this CoCreate Good, you brought that up. So what was the idea behind for this particular collaboration or for this particular venture to begin with?
So we always wanted to do something which complements my business. CoCreate is helping my developer, my product to sell. And that is, I think, the best venture in जहाँ पर हमारी ही एक company or invested company. So they are best professionals. We met them. They are their occupancy level is above 92%. So they said, okay, we are doing this, we are doing that. So we were pretty happy about meeting those people and thinking, yeah, ये अपने तरीके के लोग हैं, aggressive हैं, खाली नहीं बैठते हैं. We said, okay, we are interested because synergies अच्छी हैं. मेरे पे ऐसी commercial property है जो आज मेरे customer का सबसे बड़ा pain है कि वो भरती नहीं है, वो rent पे नहीं चढ़ती. आज मैं वही प्रोडक्ट सेल कर रहा हूं जो डे वन पे CoCreate पूरी एल्गोरिथम लगाकर देखती है कि कितना रेंट यहाँ आ सकता है और वो उतना रेंट डे वन पे कमिट कर रही है. तो मेरे कस्टमर के लिए कि तसल्ली हो जाती है, ओके आई एम बाइंग समथिंग एंड आई डोंट हैव टू मैस अराउंड विद द मेंटेनेंस. रेंट पे एक साल नहीं चढ़ी तो उसका वो डर खत्म हो जाता है. सो आई एम अगेन मैं अपनी क्लाइंट के हिसाब से सोच रहा हूँ. सो अगेन दिस इज अ एक्शन एंड इनिशिएशन जो हम लोगों ने अपने कस्टमर को फैसिलिटेट करने के लिए करा.
So I wanted to also know, as you brought up channel partners, as we consider channel partners are the foot soldiers of the real estate selling, right? Yes. So how do you, what did you do during this lockdown for these channel partners to understand the upcoming technology, like home tours were happening over a video call, drone shoots were happening over a Zoom call, showing them the whole area and all. So how does Investor Clinic make sure that their channel partners are updated with the technology and they make sure that whatever selling is happening online, their channel partners not just well aware, but are able to adapt that technology and help them to sell more of such inventories?
So again, I said, this Corona thing held everyone, people, those who are not using even Facebook or WhatsApp, they are using technologies now. Yeah. So this IC Plus thing we launched, and what we did is we did a wonderful thing that we started training them through a Zoom or all those video conferencing through. So they were pretty happy. Okay, this is also a way, you can get trained and all that, because they were not accessible to that easy tools or to the market. जहाँ पर इतना एग्रेशन के साथ आपके घर पे आके लोग ट्रेन कर रहे हैं. Then obviously these drone shoots, video presentations, we did multiple webinar where we did almost 5,000 reach थी हमारी per day for the multiple webinars. So from 9 to 10 every day हम लोग Saturday Sunday mainly 2 days में हम लोग करते थे, जहाँ पर हम 5-5 हजार लोगों को एक वीक में हम लोग रीच आउट कर जाते थे. And there was one day particular जिसमें we tried to do something very specific. In one day also we reached out to 5,000 customers. So that helped my channel also. Okay, you just have to do one thing. You have to invite your customer on that webinar. So हमारी पूरी टीम मैं खुद मिलके हम लोग webinar करते थे, product बताते थे, educate करते थे, and customer अपनी initiations करता था. तो ये बहुत help किया मेरे channel को मेरे पे confidence build up करने के लिए कि अच्छा ठीक है, I'm with someone who is adding some value to my existing portfolio. Right. And that is important for any partnership. That both complements each other. So we are smart people. So we were like helping them in their businesses also, and especially the mindset. कोई हमारे ऑफिस आएगा तो उसे लगेगा अलग ही दुनिया में जी रहे हो तुम लोग. हमारे लिए obviously कोरोना डर है और सारी दुनिया को डर है, हमें भी है. बट उससे बड़ा डर है कि अगर बिजनेसेस नहीं रन करते हैं, सो 2,000 लोग हैं, 10,000 लोग हो गए टोटल परिवार मिलाकर, उनके आगे हर घर में 2-2 हेल्प अगर काम करें तो गुड 40-50,000 लोग हैं जो इस कंपनी पे डिपेंडेंट है. तो वी हैव टू वर्क एंड क्रिएट आइडियाज. तो वहां पर लोगों को इस माहौल को देखकर लोगों को बहुत हैप्पी होते हैं कि अच्छा ठीक है, मतलब हम बाहर तो निकले कम से कम इस कोरोना इफेक्ट से.
So that's a great way, because channel partners, as we had spoken to few, they are saying that some people have ignored them and they are now learning about technology now. Some people are helping them. So it's good to know Investor Clinic is doing their part by making sure the partnership is there. And those people are also well aware of how the technology works now and how they should also know about it. So thank you so much, Sunny, for coming in today and giving us such an insightful whole journey about investor clinic. Has been quite interesting and inspiring for everyone, I'm sure. And I wish you all the luck, and I hope that you expand to Maharashtra market, also South market, and international as well.
Thank you. Thank you. We will pretty soon.
Thank you.
God bless you. Take care.